Shalom, shalom, Israel, shalom, shalom, Brother Benjamin Youngmove. Of course, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Mashiach Kumalak Yahushai, Yahweh who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Right? It's going to be a quick video for the spirit, right? Right, so like for the background noises, right? I believe I put the title of this video, The Lord is our defense, our shield, our protector, our provider, and etc., and much more, right? Right? So we got to remember that the Lord is our provider, our protector, right? And our defense, right? But you got to as you got to make sure you serve in the laws, the Most High and Yahweh Shai, right? Which is keeping the laws and commandments, keeping the faith, right? Sincerity, right? All these things so that the Most High could protect you, right? Let's go to the book. Let's go to the book Isaiah chapter 50 and verse 5, right? We're gonna get to go with that, right? Salaki for the background noises, right? Right? We gotta remember that the Lord is our provider, protect us no matter what situations we go into. We gotta trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, especially in these last days, right? Salaki. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 50 and verse 7. For the Lord God will help me. Therefore shall I not be confounded. Therefore I have set my face like a flint, and I know that I shall not be ashamed. Let's read that again. Isaiah 50 and 7. For the Lord God will help me. Right? The Lord, the Most High will help us. We gotta trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Right? We gotta have faith that the Most High and Yahushai will protect us, right? Especially in these last days, no matter what you're going through, financially, mentally, physically, right? The Most High is our defense, our provider, and our protector, right? Salakia. Right, so I'm gonna read that again. Isaiah chapter 15, verse 7, right? For the Lord God will help me. And you gotta believe in that. You gotta believe, you gotta have faith that the Most High will protect you. You gotta have faith that the Yahweh Bashima Mashiach Komlak Yahushai will protect you. But if you don't have faith, if you lack faith and you don't believe that the Most High will protect you, then you're done, right? Isaiah 15:7 again. For the Lord God will help me. Therefore shall I not be confounded. Therefore I have set my face like a flint, and I have and I know that I shall not be ashamed. Right? So you won't be ashamed, right? But you gotta trust in the Most High in these last days, right? No matter what the hell you're going through, whether you up, whether you low, you gotta continue to pray, continue to fast, continue to study, continue to stand 10 toes down for your Bashim Yahushua, because what you're gonna have these temptations coming. But you gotta remember that the Lord is our provider, our defense, right? Our protector. He's our shield, right? He's there for us. We gotta remember that, right? Get another precept. Spirit, let's go to the book. Go to Psalms. Let's go Psalms chapter 121. This is the book, Salaki. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 121, and verse 2. Salaki, I'm gonna start from the top. Verse 1. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills. From whence cometh my help? Verse 2, here goes the point. My help cometh from the Lord. What it says? My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. Right? So you got to remember that your help comes from Yahweh, Bashmi Yahushai. Right? That's where our help comes from. Right? Ultimately, our help comes from the Most High. So you got to run to the Most High, seek the Most High in His last days and keep His laws. And then the Most High will definitely provide for you, protect you, no matter what situation you in life is, right? No, what you're going through, pain, right? You're suffering, all these things we're gonna go through, but you gotta remember that the Yahweh Bashim Yashai will be our protector, and He'll be our shield, our defense in these last days, right? Because you can't let these things get into your head, right? You cannot, you must not forget that the Most High is there for us. You gotta remember that, right? The Most High never forget about us, right? But we gotta do our part as Hebrew Israelites in these last days, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which is to serve Yahweh Bashim Yashai, no matter what, right? We gotta serve the Lord. There's nothing else to do in this world. There's nothing better than to do to serve the Lord, right? That's the best thing you could do in the land of the living, to serve Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, especially in the times we're living in these last days. Because what? The time is ticking and Yahushua is on his way, right? The Christ is coming back, right? Let me read that again. Verse 2, my help coming from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. So brothers and sisters, you gotta remember that the help it comes from Yahweh Bashin Yahushai. So you gotta seek the Most High, go to the Most High, beg the Lord for mercy in these last days also, right? Pray to the Most High that He protects you, right? No matter where you go, no matter what you're going through in His last days. But what we gotta do our part by keeping the Lord's side commandments in His last days, coming together, loving one another, right? Being there for one another these last days, congregating, doing the feast days, shaking the hand, right? Waking up the Lordship, all these things, all this work we got to do, fasting, praying, all these things, do the best of our ability in these last days to make our calling and election sure, right? But what? It's not going to be an easy walk, but you still got to fight. You still got to fight. You're going to be tested through this walk, right? Because that's what the Most High said. Prepare yourself for temptation if you come to serve Him. Paraphrasing, right? Let's get another precept. I'm gonna get one more precept. So like it. I'm gonna go to Psalms. Let's go to Psalms chapter 124. So like it. I'm on verse 8, right? So we gotta remember these things in these last days, right? The Lord will fight for us, right? But you gotta believe that you have to have faith, right? Pray to the Lord that He has mercy on you for more faith, more wisdom, all these things. That's what we should be asking the Lord for in these last days, right? Not asking the Most High for mansions, Lamborghinis, $10 million. Man, this place is on its way out. Yes, you got to survive in this place, but you cannot make these material things become your main focus, because what is gonna eventually is gonna go away, right? These things is not forever, but what's forever is the kingdom that Yahweh by Shema Mashiach Komolaki Yahushai has in store for the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans and Silver Indians, right? That's what you're seeking for. But yes, in this world you gotta survive, you do what you gotta do. But in these last days, our main focus is to serving Yahweh by Shema Yahushai to our best of our ability to make our calling and election sure. Right? I'm gonna get that. Let's get that's Psalms chapter 124 and verse 8. Right? This is the book of Psalms chapter 124 verse 8. Our help is in the name of the Lord who made heaven and earth. I'm gonna read that again. Our help is in the name of the Lord who made heaven and earth. So that's how our help is. Yahweh Bashim Yashai who created heaven and earth. And that's what you gotta trust. Right? I'm gonna get one more. Let's go to Psalms chapter 1, Psalms chapter 18. Salaki, baby. Right? Brothers and sisters, we gotta remember that trust in Yahweh Bashim Yashai. Right? We have to trust in the Lord. Right? You can that's what you really have to trust at the end of the day. Trust in the Most High. Right? This is the book of Psalms, chapter 18, and verse 2. I'm gonna start from verse 1. Psalms chapter 18 and verse 1. I will love thee, O Yahweh, my strength. I'm gonna read that again. Let's read that again. Psalms 18 and 1. I will love thee, O Yahweh, my strength. Right? So you gotta believe that the Most High is your strength, right? Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is our strength, right? You gotta believe that. Verse 2: The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer, my God, my strength, in whom will I trust? My buckler and the horn of my salvation and my high tower, right? So the Lord is our rock, right? The Lord is our fortress. The Lord is our deliverer, right? Yahweh Bashima Mashiach Yahushai, right? So and He is like He's our honor, our salvation, right? Because that's what we gotta seek. Salvation comes from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and we gotta seek His face in His last days, right? And we gotta send 10 toes down no matter what, right? Continue to keep the faith in His last days, and continue to believe that Yahweh Bashim Yashai protects us, right? And we gotta believe that, get our spirit right, especially Passover is approaching, right? We gotta make sure we're in check, right? Spiritually, mainly, right? Because guess what? If you're not, if your spirit is not right, especially at the time of Passover, it's not looking good, right? It's not looking good. So with that, hopefully, brothers and sisters will edify. That was a quick video for the Spirit. Most High willing, I'll be back with another video. Right? I want to give all praises to Yahweh. Bashima Mashiach Kom Lak Yahweh Shai. Again, Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Benjamin Youngwolf, the, the Lord is our defense, our shield, our provider, and much more. Right? Most High willing, this was an edifying video. I will be back for another video. Kom Yashala. So like, make sure brothers and sisters are stay strong in the spirit in the faith. Continue to pray, fast, study, check on one another, give alms, right? Provide for your family, do all that you could do to magnify the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai these last days, right? And with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Kum Lak Yahushai. Shalom.